The EFC TV says the match starting 11 versus Arsenal. Yeah, just think it'll be tough, and it's going to be a tough game. But again, so it's okay. Obviously, it'll be a tough game. But again, it's one that's still on as well. But anyway, probably getting to start 11 as you were. Obviously, you don't see great video content like some match previews, match reactions, obviously my start 11 shows, and obviously great videos like that as well. Obviously, you also want to see exclusive videos like some Mike and my start 11 show with the topics. Obviously other videos like that as well. Again, you know, obviously that's what it does. Obviously, videos like that as well. If you know what, like seriously, honest God, right? Obviously. Oh, that's okay. You know what? Like seriously, honest God, guys, it massively helps the channel improve, get better, so we can do all great videos and all that good stuff, really, because it just helps out massively. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you would obviously go and subscribe, because it does help. I've actually got my new Jet series on in this video because I haven't worn it in a while. And I thought, you know what, I might as well. It looks nice. Let's call it. It's green. It's white. It looks nice. I can't argue about it. And plus, as well as that, right, I'm actually a big New York Jets fan. If you know what, as well as that, I'm also a big New York Jets fan as well. So that's why. That's one I'm wearing it. What this shirt is, that's the obviously NFL to New York Jets. Probably never heard them, but that's I think they're in like New Jersey. Yeah, it's obviously Everton actually playing the Grand Summer. Yeah, so yeah, just I'm a big fan of them. Anyway. We'll get into the other things in a minute. Obviously, we're getting, anyway, that's that's my little side of it with, obviously, why it's putting it, obviously, or stop actually, yeah, doesn't know. Yeah, anyway. Okay. Yeah, obviously, I'm going to, I guess if I've got, obviously, I've stuff like that, obviously youtube.com. Also getting to the team that, obviously, I think, well, Moyes will probably go for. I think we should go over it. Obviously in goal, number one, Pickford again. John Pickford. So I know we didn't have a great game, I feel, obviously, against Liverpool, obviously, Ndiaye, but again, he's a player that, you know what, it's proven it time again. He proved it really well against Liverpool, obviously, where he kept it out, I think not once, he kept it out, 4 or 5 times, yeah. It's like fast, but he obviously kept it out for a few times, but yeah, so does. Then I'm single back of number 19, Mykolenko. Again, a player that, you know, defensively he's good. He does his numbers, his brains at it, but yeah. Then next time I come, then I'm 2 cents back to 32, brantwaite, and number 6, Tarkowski. I go on those because I think brantwaite has been, you know, I think brantwaite is a good, solid, a decent good centre back, he is, but I think Tarkowski is obviously, I think he's the one. He's got Premier experience. He's a physically strong defender as well. He's a very good centre back. That's all that I also think this week he's had a lot of bad stuff. Obviously, I think if Brian head, obviously the club has to obviously clubs up to. It's basically not got that bad. Not I was gonna say got that gunner, but not got that bad gunner. But what's happened? I think what's happened is. The club today has confirmed that statement from the club said what the message he got obviously from Liverpool fans was not Liverpool fans good, but the death threats he's got, you know, obviously on and they're wrong. It's unacceptable, and basically you haven't watched Dave Moyes' press conference. You hear what he says about it, and you know what, I totally agree with what Moyes said. I do. You know what, I've never told him. I totally agree with what Moyes said there, because it's just like it's not on. It's just wrong, and just. And every angle, it's just sick, but you know, I mean, let's say it's not. But it was. Obviously, then I've seen them. Then I was at. So that's it. Yeah, but. Then obviously, that was number 15. Obviously, right back. I've gone with Jacob Brien again. I think. I think Jacob Brien's obviously a player that I can be. You know what? Maybe it's actually. So that's oh, that's it. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going Brown because again, I think he's a player that, you know, has proven how good, you know, how good he is, and you know, he's shown Dice what he's missing out on, really, you know, not playing him. And so again, I think again, he did quite, he didn't bring it outfield, but he did decent good. He wasn't awful, but he did well. But yeah, it's mad though, absolutely crazy. Anyway. Then obviously in midfield, I've gone with Dumfries. I'm just going to get again a player that, you know what, despite his age being what, I think he's 34, 33, or I think he's 35. I don't know this, but then I'm number 27. I'm in midfield. I've gone with number 27. Just got a guy again, a player that, you know, despite him being what, 34, 33, I think he's 35. I can't remember, but I think he's either 34, 30, I can't remember how old he is, but I think, but despite him being that age, he's still played that, you know. I think like defensively he's good. He's played that defensively he's good. I think that's a bit, but I think I am feels, yeah, but I think obviously defensive field, I'm just going guy for me. He's a player that when you play him, he shows how good he is. Because again, it's one of the maddest things I've ever seen. But it's a player that always shows that he has that obviously ability to go and win a game of football, and obviously do that. And it's just an amazing thing he has to go, how he wins games. You know, how he plays, you know, how well he player he is. Keeps doing that at that age. It's just incredible, really. All that, right? He's a player defensively. I think defensively he's a good player. He goes forward. He has scored a goal. I think it might have been last season or season before that. I think he scored a goal, but yeah, it's an absolutely, you know, mad thing. He's obviously that good a player, and just absolutely amazing that he's obviously that good a player, and yeah, mad day. There you go. Right, then obviously next team I've got number 42, iroegbunam again. You know what? Listen, you know what? I would have kept this going, but you know what? I just thought, you know what? I think I was last few games going to do so great, but I'm thinking, you know what? We need to get back to winning ways. So you know what? I thought, you know what? I might just change. So you know, let's just change one player. If we take one out and then we put player I've gone number 42. I can't remember because again, we need changing there. You know, I think this is a chance for us to really go and do that. I think if it was like so the season won't be able to do it, because I think probably would, but you know, I don't think that would happen. But again, I've selected for firstly, I've selected for okay, I've selected for that. For me personally, I think everyone's a good player coming. You know, I think Tim iroegbunam is a very good player. He goes again. He's a player that knows he can pass the ball well, can do that, go forward. You know, whoever's playing in the middle can pass to him. But again, no, he's a player that, you know what, I think this season, obviously, I think under Dice, that's yeah, but I think like under Dice, early on, right, he has shown, he can play well and all that stuff. But like I said before, I thought he's a player that, you know what, has shown he can actually play well and all stuff, really. But yeah, it's mad, it's just... But yeah, like I said for me personally, you know, I thought he has been, you know, he's a good player. Timber, he's done well, really, you know, under Dice. And I think, listen, I don't know under Moyes if he'll play well, don't know, but I'm just hoping he can. If he does, brilliant, good, whatever. But yeah, then obviously in the middle, I've gone with number 24, aleraez, again, a player that, in my own opinion, I think is a player that has to play. You know, he's a player. You know what? I'm sorry, but I think me personally, I think aleraez is just a little better than Doucoure again. You know what? I've never told him. Not personally, Doucoure. It's not. You know what? I've never told him. I love Doucoure. Do. It's just he obviously needs. But obviously, look. I think Doucoure. You know what? Doucoure. I think Doucoure has been good in the past, but I think this season, you know, we're seeing not signs gone, but obviously we're seeing signs of him, you know, lose what he had, and then, you know, to pay, you know, I think this season, yeah, but I think of this season, we've seen like signs of him losing like his pace, you know, going forward, scoring. I think, listen, I don't think he's stopped scoring, he hasn't, but I think like pace wise, he's lost that, and I think maybe scoring, he might have lost it. I don't know, but what I've seen in the season of him, I think he's shown that he's obviously losing that one thing he had, and it's kind of not sad, but it's really it's good. Oh my, you know, and how good a player he is, really good player he is.
but it's it's sad really. But look, let's go back because one, I think Alcaraz is a brilliant player. I think attacking good, attacking going forward is brilliant. I think listen, defensively I don't know if he's good, I don't know, but I think defensively he has done something there. I'll give that, he has done well there. But like I said, I think Alcaraz is a player that me personally I paid him because again, he's a player that I actually haven't. I've never turned him. He's a player that I have massive, like towards. I'm going, I actually really like Alcaraz, and I think if we do go and buy him this summer, I believe we exercised I believe we've activated the buyback clause in his asset buyback. Yeah, sorry about going on, but okay. So I believe we've. Listen, I don't know if it's true. I don't know, but I believe we've activated his release clause, or can buy him or something. I think we can buy him. I think I can't remember now, but I think it's something like that. We could go and buy him. Okay, should we go and buy him? Definitely, because he's shown that he has what it takes to play. Then obviously that's midfield. Then obviously the two wingers obviously on the left and on the right. On the left, I've gone with no other than Ndiaye again. What a player! What a signing! Listen, I know at Anfield obviously midweek he didn't play really well. He only came up a bit. Obviously we were obviously getting beat 1-0, so it wasn't a great look really. But again, I think we've been direct because one, I think I've never told him. I think Ndiaye is a great player. Because one, he's got pace, he's fast, he can up down the pitch, he can score a goal. He can do that. He can threaten Arsenal back line quite a bit. So again, like I said, for person, I think if we do decide to obviously if we do decide obviously to go forward and attack, he's fair one because he does that really well. And then on the other side, I've gone Broja. Because one, I believe Lundstrom is out. He has got a groin injury, so obviously it looks like the Broja's coming there. Because one, there's no way, shape, form I'm putting Jack Harrison there. Because again, there's nothing wrong. Jack Harrison's a good player, he is, but I'm wrong. Jack Harrison's a good player, he is. He works hard, he's got speed, I give you that, he has. But against Liverpool at Anfield, I watched the game and I thought, oh my, I think the point where he gets up to the boxes and turns, I was like, why are you turning? And I was like, that's why we're not going to get it. That's why next season we're not getting him on loan again, because that right there is like, yeah, that's a warning sign. Don't go and get him. That's a warning sign, a big one. Like, that's why. But yeah, he just, I've never told him, not personally Broja, it's not. It's just Broja's really not a great football. There's no, I've never told him, look, bro, I said Broja. I've never told him, love Harrison do, but he is just, he's not, I'm sorry, but he's just not good enough for his team, and that's it. But I'm sorry, but he's just not. People may disagree with me, I know that, but that's just my personal opinion, that. So. But yeah, anyway, we'll get into front now. Then obviously up front, I've gone with, I mentioned numbers, obviously, yeah. Then obviously Ndiaye was number 10. Then obviously Broja, as I'm putting number in for me, but I'll probably do it later on. Obviously Broja. Then obviously up front, number 14, Beto again, a player that, I've never told him, I love, I've never told him, I think, Beto's obviously a player that I personally think, but I think, Beto has scored a goal for a few games now, so I'm thinking, if you just, so I think this game's perfect for Beto to try and get a goal. If he does that, his confidence back, he can go, I'm going to score, he's going to score another goal there, and he obviously, and then that things, and he's like, confidence, he's got, I can score now. It's like, that lift, he can do it now. As well as that, I also think with Beto, he's a really good player because he does a really interesting Beto where, again, he's a player that obviously has come in, obviously brought him in because Don Calvin's got injured, but I think Beto, he's a player that, he's come in and he has scored a few goals, he's done that. So again, I think he almost scored a goal at Anfield, but I think he scored a goal he scored one of the goals, I think he scored a goal at Anfield, but it was obviously ruled offside. Obviously, that was real sign, thinking, just, no, really. Obviously, that happened, but again, I've gone Beto just because of that, really. I think Beto's a player. I've never I feel sorry for Beto. I just think he's not, people say, oh, he's rubbish, he's this. you know what? I've never told him. I don't think he's that bad. I'm sorry, but I just don't. I think. You know what? I've never told him. I always say it's about players that don't get appreciated, right? And Beto's one of them because Beto, people slag him off like that. You know what? I've never told him. I said, you know what? You know what? I don't. You know what? I don't slag players Beto because again, I think he doesn't need to hear that. So it's like you want to hear it, but not all the time though, because But anyway, that's just my thoughts there. But yeah. Obviously in goal. Then let's also run for the substitution now, and then obviously run for the substitution now. Obviously the substitutions are one Begovic, some sense by Dixon. No, obviously Chermiti. Obviously I think Chermiti or Chermiti. Then obviously number 2 Patterson. You know what? Listen, I don't know if Patterson's available or not available. I don't know. It's just I put him there, just the bench as it were. Then obviously number 16 Doucoure. Then obviously number 7 McNeil again. Listen, I believe McNeil might, obviously might start or might be on the bench. I don't know, or he might come on as a sub. I don't know because I think Moyes said in his press conference today. I think Moyes said in his press conference today that obviously he's not fully there yet. He's not fully match fit yet. So I think something like that got him now. But I think something like that. Obviously, guys, let me know your thoughts, comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree with what I said, or do you think? Obviously, listen. Do you think I've gone with the right players, the wrong players? What players would you go with? Would you start McNeil instead of Broja? Would you start with Doucoure instead of aleraez, or would you start any players who haven't started, like Patterson or anyone players that will start? Would you have done that, or obviously what team would you go with? Would it be different to what I've gone, or the same, or obviously yeah. You know what? First, guys, what? I just thought you. Yeah, you did. Yeah, shout out now. I did shout out. I did shout out to it now. You know what? Like seriously, like properly serious on Scott, guys. I'd really appreciate if you would share it on Facebook, on obviously on or at twitter.com. Obviously, also don't forget to share it on any of your other socials as well. If you know what, and I'd really appreciate you would do it, because again, obviously let's people on the channel and all that great stuff, really. But yeah, massively helps out as well, because it does. Obviously, yeah, massively helps because it does. Obviously, yeah. You know what, you can also you know what, and I'd really you know what, also don't forget to give a like, leave comments. As I thought, obviously comments. Everyone gives, I think everyone's commented, obviously, yeah. But I think I was obviously a little time, obviously, yeah. You know what? And also, if you guys leave a comment, by the way, guys, I'll give you guys a shout out. If you want one, I'll give you a shout out. I promise it, because I will. I'm very good at doing that type of things, yeah. Obviously, yeah. I'll shout out, but obviously, yeah. Again, you know what? You can also follow me at follow me. You know, you can also follow me at twitter.com at EFC TV. Hopefully, we can get a good result against Arsenal at home tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see, but hopefully, see ya.